I've come in here not to defend them, but then I have worked at starting to defend them because I'm looking at myself in their shoes. I think there's a fine line, right? There's maybe certain words that will trigger you and you think, I expect better from them, and I'm going to tell them and I'll say it, and I'll probably be on that side as well. But what I wouldn't be doing is expecting a pat on the back for bad performances. I ain't glossing over no bad performances, right? I want this team to do well. I'm going to go to the next game, the third game in this group stages. I'm going to be a fan in the stadium, right? Because I want England to do well. But you can't expect me to sit up there on TV and talk some mad gibberish when the whole nation knows exactly what's happened and the team hasn't played well. Because we're holding this team to a higher standard now because of what they've done. Gareth Southgate got this team to a semi-final, got this team to a final, right? So we ain't holding this team to a standard that my team played in, where we were just getting out of the group, scraping out the group, just getting to the quarters or whatever, and going out. This team have put themselves here, so you have to expect a level of kind of analysis and deep dive into why. What's gone wrong and what's the solutions? That's where we have to be at, and you have to accept that. We believe that these guys are good enough to win this tournament.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Vibe with 5 is back live from Germany, powered by AliExpress, bringing you all the action at Euro 2024.
Speaking of Euro action, Joel, have you started playing AliExpress's Euro Cup Mania? Have you? What?
Huh?
Have you played the game yet?
Well, I'm about to.
No, well, listen, you need to. It's their football game that runs until the 18th of July. The game includes team voting, where users can back their favourite team and earn more footballs.
And Joel, listen to this. Team voting is used for lucky draws on specific dates where users could win prizes such as Euro 2024 tickets, official merch, and AliExpress discounted items. Plus, don't miss the AliExpress exchange days where you can convert your game credits to shopping credits for huge discounts on everything you need.
So make sure you download the AliExpress app now and join the Euro Cup Mania game. It's your chance to win big and shop everything you need for Euro 24 on AliExpress.
It's a vibe with 5, and you already know this.
Welcome back to the Steelers. Right, last week's show wasn't actually negative in the first place, but you all called me real negative. Welcome to the dark side, gentlemen.
Oh, man. About what?
About what?
Let's address for the viewers who
Before
might
we
have
start,
missed.
sorry, Joe, before we start, can we just address the shirt? This is iconic. Who's the name on the back? Roberto Baggio. If you don't know, get to know. Go and look up this guy, not him. Look up the guy on the back of the shirt, Roberto Baggio. One of the most iconic players. The ponytail. Madonna had a crush on him. The little earring.
Hoop
the
earring.
goatee.
Ah.
A couple of mates I grew up with, Turkish boys, Stefan and Ahmet, thought they were Roberto Baggio for about 5 years. Baggio. That's how they used to talk.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
absolute ball.
Are them players going out of the game?
Yeah,
Yes.
they are. You know what, by the way, so we were talking before we came in here.
Musiala's a little bit of a...
Don't do that.
What do you mean?
No, he's not. He's
What?
not a Baggio.
No, he plays like Baggio.
No, he plays with that panache and that guile and that wanting to take people on and dribble and produce
Yes.
something different and outrageous.
Yeah.
Which is going out of the game, I think. The number 10 spot, I don't know, it's coming
Doesn't
back a little
exist.
bit, but it's two number 10 stroke 8s. The way Arsenal play. Odegaard up there. The way that
not the same.
Man City play with De Bruyne pushed up on the right-hand side a little bit. Foden sometimes on the left-hand side, inside left a little bit. Like 8 stroke
Good to get
10.
a GPS on someone like a Baggio and re-analyse his
Totti.
game. Yeah, just watch how he does. He did 800 metres.
Madness.
Scored 3 goals.
Yeah, but him, Del Piero as well, pretty similar as well. Do you know what I mean?
But these men weren't brought in the team yet to be part of a system. The system revolved around them.
We'll
and
defend. You make something happen. See in a bit.
It's like Ronaldo. Ask Darren Fletcher what he used to have to do
What, did he?
for Ronaldo. Ronaldo was our flair player where we used to let him cheat a little bit. But then Fletcher knew and just said, well, I'll just do his running then.
So what's cheating? What is Ronaldo cheating?
You don't run back. Or you
don't-
don't pick a man up. in
Yeah, you
defence.
don't have to be part
Stay
of the
high.
system when we haven't got the ball. So when we
Okay.
lose the ball and he has a shot or someone has a shot and he
It's
might,
not his job to...
he might amble back to the halfway
Watch
line.
Messi or Mbappe when
Yeah.
they don't have the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah, of
and
course.
He ain't doing anything.
Walking
He's
around.
just trying to find.
But you need a Darren Fletcher, a Owen Hargreaves, even a Michael Carrick to be able to have the capacity to get out and actually have the humility to sacrifice parts of their game for that individual. When you know that individual's given you 9, 10 out of 10 performances
He's got
and
to deliver
goals
them.
week in, week out,
He has to deliver
then
the goals.
that's it.
Can you imagine arguing and you're not tracking back and you're Ronaldo and Fletcher shouting at you? You just go, shut up and run, mate.
No, but Fletcher wouldn't shout at him.
Oh, really?
Fletcher's doing that job knowing that he does his job there, Fletch, covers whatever he isn't doing without the ball. and he knows that Ronaldo's given him 9 to 10 out of 10 performances and goals and winning us titles.
That's what you call humility for real, man. Even Rooney, if you think about it,
Wazza-
sacrificing himself.
Wazza's another one.
He
I
could have done
forgot him.
both. That's the weirdness. There's not many players that could have done both.
He's just. I've been watching.
Rooney could have stayed high and cheated, and he can also do the donkey.
Yeah,
work.
Wazza.
I've been watching Rooney docs and stuff for the last month. And bro, obviously we have the GOATs. You've got the Messis, you've got the Ronaldos, but Rooney is the GOAT. But what I like the most about Rooney is he just looks like he's my plumber. And he's
Bro,
there.
that's
like,
a straight diss.
Nah,
oh
man,
my
he
God.
just- no, he
Wayne
does.
Rooney
Don't
looks
think
like a
your plumber's
plumber.
got the highlight
That's gonna
reel.
be. That's gonna come up in my WhatsApp
It
chat.
can, but do you know why? Because it gives the average. It gives the average man hope. Because I look at him and I go,
Don't think the average man can score 240
Yeah, but this is what I'm
50
saying.
goals
No,
for
but,
United.
no, but look at him. You go, it's like the same as Tyson Fury. You look at him, you go, this right here is arguably the greatest player the country's ever produced, bruv. And he looks like he ain't run a
Plumber.
day in
He
his
looks
life.
like a plumber.
And he looks like a plumber. Like
Wayne, get in the comments, please.
yeah, it's hard to look like Rio, but Wayne Rooney,
yeah,
it's true,
that
it's
is
true, it's
that
true,
is.
it's true,
Unbelievable,
it's true.
Jeff.
You know what I
Actually,
mean?
you know what? I see where you're going now. I see where you're going.
Man,
I see where
he's
you're going
the
with that.
GOAT, bro. He is the GOAT.
Well, let's get into this anyway. Where we at? Where we starting, boys?
Well, Steve said he was right, and I want to know what were you right about?
Everything.
Elaborate.
It was flawless. It was a flawless sort of delivery last week, I would say. I think there was a single, not even a note was dropped, I don't reckon.
Are we talking about England here for the listeners?
Of course we are with the Euros, man.
All
We're in
right,
Germany,
cool.
bro.
Oh, do you know what? I was watching him on the BBC, him and all his boys, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh shit, they've just gone in on England.
Yeah, well, it has to be said. Obviously, it was after the draw against Denmark. There was a few things that they were lacking. Everything, and obviously we had the likes of Kyle Walker coming out, and he basically said, "Listen, mate, we're still top of the group. All this negativity you guys are spewing, you know, you basically need to stop and get behind your nation." Do you think we've been too negative?
I don't think he was as strong as I think Kane and Rice came out after that and were a bit stronger.
Well, yeah.
He was knocked off though.
This is it's a weird situation because you've got ex-players who are pundits, and that's always been the same. Alan Hansen used to do it in my time. Obviously, Shearer now, myself, and all the other guys.
Cesc.
We're all talking, which is fine. This is the norm though, and with the comments from Harry Kane and Declan Rice in particular were just. Can I just say I actually understand why they're knocked off, why they're a little bit upset about it.
Can I read it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me read it out. So I'll go for Rice first, and then we'll finish on Kane. They've been where I'm sat, where our other players have sat and not done well at tournaments. Shot. I don't know why the feeling is so negative. We're talking like we're out. We're top of the group. We need to stay positive. Let's have some positivity going into the games. Let's give players the best confidence in the world. Players like Foden, Saka, and Bellingham.
Right, if there's been below par performances,
Yeah.
right, there's no way that you can expect anyone, us as pundits or fans, to sit there and go, well done, guys, pat on the back, and let's dismiss and not talk about any of the inadequacies that's gone on in the game or problems or negative moments in the football match. We're there to assess the 90 minutes. I played, and I was in tournaments where we didn't do well and we didn't perform to our capabilities. I never expected anybody to then come out of any positive comments or a pat on the back. I don't think in any industry that you work in, if you don't perform, you expect anything other than, do you know what, there's going to be a bit of criticism. But I would always like to put on top of that, if you watch those clips of us talking about this team, pre the negative comments and probably post some of the negative comments, there's been do you know what, they could still win this tournament.
Oh, it's a shit sandwich.
They could still win this tournament.
With the way
This
they
was
were
all
playing.
right. That was shit.
The
But
way
they still win it.
No, the way that they're because the players that they've got. Listen, England have got the best player in Germany, arguably the best player last season in Spain in Jude Bellingham, and Harry Kane, and then you've got the best player in the Premier League, Phil Foden, this season, amongst other players that are smashing it, scoring loads and loads of goals, etc. Right, high in confidence, etc. So my point is, maybe they can fluff it as a team and the cohesion isn't there and whatnot, but they have the personnel that at any given time could win a game on their own. Saka as well, they could win a game, so they could win it and still play bad. Not everything that we say is negative. Not everything we say is against the grain. And me personally, speaking on my own behalf, nothing I ever say, and I sit there and I pride myself on that, is ever vindictive and ever personal to any player. It is solely on what I see is what I say, and I'll stand by that every time. And we're getting into a position where almost you are being asked by agents, by PR from clubs, and through subliminally by players to almost bypass critiquing the game if it's negative. Like,
Do you reckon it's getting too soft?
no, I understand why Harry Kane and Declan Rice, who've been the ones that have come out for the press, are upset. I would be upset. I would probably come out like this, or I would ring the person. I'd ring Gerrard Lineker. If you said, I think that's the word that's really ticked them over the edge, shit. Because they don't expect that probably from, and they're surprised by that, and on the back foot thinking, right, as next player, he's played for a country. He's been in our shoes. I get that. And maybe I think I wouldn't use that word and say we've been shit. And every fan around the country has said that word, right? But because you're held to a higher esteem and you're there as an ex-player, and we're in the position that we are because of our careers, maybe that's something that you look at and go, well, you know what, I'd probably dance around that word a little bit.
Is there like a politically correct politeness game being played here that all of the broadcasters are sort of, it's like an unwritten kind of rule where there's just sort of an expectation that you wouldn't maybe speak how a fan speaks, but why not?
I think you can do it in a way where maybe you don't have to use. It's weird because there are certain words. There's certain words that if you're having a conversation with someone and they use, you go, hold on a minute, what did you say? That would switch the whole vibe.
Quick.
Yeah?
On air?
In life.
Yeah, but if we all sat here and went, England was shit.
No. But
no one's got a problem.
Yeah,
with
but
it.
you
talk
ain't
about
playing.
pundits,
No,
though.
wait.
Yeah, I know,
wait,
that's
wait.
what I'm saying.
Ex-players
but
and pundits.
Sitting here to sitting on TV, this should be no different.
No, but what I mean is that you're not playing. It's not about us. It's about who's receiving that. It's all right for us to sit here and go, England have been shit, blah, 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 between us here. But if you're going to do it so it goes out and those people who are performing and we're talking about hear that, it's different. It's like me sitting here going and talking to you and going, by the way, the way you manage your team is shit. You would receive that so different to me saying, you know
but
what?
should you receive it different?
No, but it's human nature. I get it. Bro, I'm telling you, I would be sitting there going, you know what? He can't talk. How's he talking like that for? It's Gerrard Lineker, man. He's meant to be my...
But are they sitting in that changing room thinking it's not shit though?
No, I don't think they are. I think they
just
know.
don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear it from certain people and certain words.
No. I don't know. I've come in here.
But isn't that a weird dance though?
I've come in here not to defend them, but then I have worked at starting to defend them because I'm looking at myself in their shoes. I think there's a fine line, right? There's maybe certain words that will trigger you, and you think I expect better from them, and I'm going to tell them, and I'll say it, and I'll probably be on that side as well. But what I wouldn't be doing is expecting a pat on the back for bad performances. I ain't glossing over no bad performances, right? I want this team to do well. I'm going to go to the next game, the third game in this group stages. I'm going to be a fan in the stadium, right? Because I want England to do well. But you can't expect me to sit up there on TV and talk some mad gibberish when the whole nation knows exactly what's happened and the team hasn't played well. Because we're holding this team to a higher standard now because of what they've done. Gareth Southgate got this team to a semi-final, got this team to a final, right? So we ain't holding this team to a standard that my team played in, where we were just getting out of the group, scraping out of the group, just getting to the quarters or whatever, and going out. This team have put themselves here, so you have to expect a level of kind of analysis and deep dive into why. What's gone wrong and what's the solutions? That's where we have to be at, and you have to accept that.
But this is it, though, Rio. It's because they performed better than you as well. They're looking at you guys thinking, who are you to speak?
I don't think it's even that. I just think they don't. The players are like, listen, man. I have to say one thing as well.
I don't even know if they have performed better than them lot.
No, they've got to further in tournaments.
Right, but what does that mean?
Yeah, but it means everything.
To still not win.
No, but it means, bro,
they're not allowed. They can't sit there and say we're top of the group and by saying that they're saying like all your analysis is void because we're top of the group.
I don't think they're saying that though, Steve.
But I think they're saying that.
They're not.
Or they're certainly alluding to that.
But they know there's deficiencies within the way they're playing at the moment.
But if they're going, yeah, but we're top of the group, okay, you need to win something, because if you win something, then all analysis does go out the window because you won something. But if you don't win something, people have to analyse and look at where it went wrong.
I agree. My biggest point is you get a lot of pushback when there's negative talk around the team, yeah? Right? Which I understand to a certain point. No one wants to be criticised, but you should be strong enough yourself to go, you know what, and actually honest enough to go, you know what, actually, he's right there. Because I know for a fact, if I sat with any of those guys, who I know personally a lot of them, and I spoke the way I did on the TV, they would go, you know what, I can't argue with that. The team have been too deep. The team go back into a low block when they've conceded a goal. There's no cohesion in the team. The balance of the team seems off. They can't press. These ain't things. If Gareth Southgate ain't telling them that in the meetings after the game, then I don't know what's going on, right? But what I would say is, I have talked so positively that I actually get hammered in my WhatsApp groups about some of these players, right? And I've given them their flowers beyond flowers, like Harry Maguire, Declan Rice,
Foden,
Saka,
Phil
Foden. I can go on, Henderson, Trent Alexander, all of the players I've boosted up because I'm an England fan and I get carried away and I'm emotional, right? But bro, I ain't had one call from their agents to say thanks, man. Thanks for that. I ain't had a call from the club PR to say thanks, man. The way you've done that, you've gone over and above. I ain't had a call from any player to go, Ree, you know what? Love that, man. Appreciate it. So I don't really expect a call when I'm talking a little bit negatively.
If they win.
Right. And you know what? I don't expect a pat on the back if I give you your flowers.
Cool.
I'm doing that because I want to.
But if they win, right, do you reckon they'll turn around and go, you see, told you guys?
No.
I'm asking you, it's a question.
100%, because they'll be using...
It's a pure hypothetical, because they're not winning shit.
No, but they'll be using everything that's said as fuel. And if they not, they need to. Because that's what I done. When I got banned for my drugs thing, right, all the negative press that was going out there, I remember them, Ollie Holt, Rob Shepherd, all of these are writers that people don't even know, right?
I know.
I've got all of their clippings in my head. It was imprinted. So when I was training for that 8 months on my jacks, on my own, when it was dark, when people were gone, and then when I was in the team, you don't think all of them words was cycling around in my head. That's my fuel. These lot are going to use that. Gary Lineker saying we're shit. That will be the fuel when they're in their dark moments. And I hope it is their fuel to get them to pick up the trophy.
Harry Kane, all I would say is remember what it's like to wear the shirt.
Yeah. We do. We do.
What is that?
No, but we do, though. It's like, that, bro, listen, I'm on the TV, yeah?
Look at who the pundits are. Like, Wrighty, Shearer, Lineker, you. Like, it's people that are about... The only other person I can put in the category of people that are absolutely bout it for England is like Brian Robson. There's nobody else that you're putting up in there, is there? Stuart Pearce. Like, who else is there, really, that's wanted it more than Shearer and Lineker?
The maddest thing is, right, we're all sitting there and we're talking like this in frustration, right, because we think these boys are good enough. That's the big thing as well. We believe that these guys are good enough to win this tournament, right? It'd be different if we were sitting there going, they're rubbish, man, they're shit, this is a joke, man, we got no hope, oh my God, Scotland. If we're like Scotland right now. No, but he's like that. Yeah. But most of us are a little bit more, we've got more belief. But imagine if we're sitting there going, they're rubbish, send them home, blah, I can't believe it, they've ruined my summer. That's not how we feel.
Hey, that's not how I feel. I'll tell you.
You do?
No, I'll tell you the reason why they're not winning anything.
Why? Oh, yeah, we
Southgate.
know.
He's Southgate. He's going to blame Southgate. Ready sorted and all that.
You know what? That's a good segue.
But the players are good enough.
That's a good segue.
You're half right when you was like, these players can win it. They absolutely can. If you sack him today.
Well, that's a good segue.
I'm in Germany, lads. Like, I'll do it.
Talk about your notification, Steve, because you was telling us off air about your notification that you got after the Denmark game.
I went live after the Denmark game, and I saw a notification off a bloke called Notch, and he quote tweeted my "I'm going live" with Southgate says can't replace Kalvin Phillips. So I read it out and went, he's not said that. And then obviously the chat's like, yes, he did. So yeah, I found out live on air, Southgate actually come out and said,
we don't have a natural replacement for Kalvin Phillips.
Did he even start him at the World Cup?
No, he didn't start.
Wait. Can I say something? Can you imagine the steam coming out of this man's head when that quote was read out? People
talk about, he's created this atmosphere. Has he?
No, he
because
has. He has.
Has he though? Because he's got psychologists working for him. Have they done it? Because whenever I see his man management, I go, no.
It's under his tutelage.
Yeah, right? That's true.
So it doesn't matter.
But the things that come out of his mouth, why has Kobbie Mainoo been the one that's been dragged into a press conference?
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So you want to talk about his man management? I'll talk to you about his man management. One, he's just come out 2 games into a tournament and gone, I couldn't play a player that couldn't even get in West Ham team. And I didn't even bring the lad who was keeping him out of the West Ham team.
It's true.
So he's basically said, you lot aren't good enough to play for me. I'm going to even have to try and throw a right back in there. What a confidence boost. So don't talk to me about his man management because that's bad. No. And then Kobbie Mainoo in the press conference, right? If Kobbie Mainoo was going to come steaming in, play in the Denmark game and have a good game, sweet. But as a 19-year-old lad,
I thought that was strange.
Why is he there? Why? Right. Talk about setting the narrative. You allow him to come to a press conference and ask him why he's not representing Ghana instead of England.
That was mad.
I don't know why the press.
Ridiculous.
I don't know why the
They
press
should have
person
stopped
just
that straight
shut
away.
that down straight
Straight
away.
away.
This is why I should be in press conferences,
But
just
this
going,
the thing-
shut up.
But this is the thing,
What is that?
Steve. This is the thing. I hear that. That is terrible.
What a question, by the way.
Yeah,
Why-
ridiculous.
Hold on, wait. Who asked that question? Can you raise your hand, get in the comments and contact us. Please explain why you asked such a
Smack the shit
stupid
out of
question. Idiot.
But credit
Sorry.
to Kobbie,
Yeah,
because he
I love
answered
the way
that
he responded.
very, very
Yeah,
well.
Kobe's not
Very well.
cut from the same cloth I am because I'd have just threw a chair at him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've got Pickford was just about to make his 20th tournament appearance.
Madness. Put him up.
Where's the brains here? Set the narrative. Like you bring Kobbie Mainoo in and ask him a load of waffle, or you could bring Pickford in and have a nice positive press conference where people are like, oh, Jordan, well done on your 20th game. And like, think about it. You've also got like Rice you could have put in there. Gay's just had a couple of good
That
games.
was
Throw
poor.
Gay
There's
in.
11
That
starters.
was poor.
There's 11 starters. Put any one of those 11 starters in there instead of
But he's
him.
done this previously. Did it with Greenwood and Foden after they got in trouble in Iceland. Like there is no thoughts to him. When I think about, I grew up with Fergie. When I see how he reacted and dealt with the press and set narratives, and then I see what this helmet does, it couldn't be further.
Do
from
you know
who
what?
was it?
I, on this point here, with the quote that he come out with about Kalvin Phillips and not having a replacement for Kalvin Phillips. Kalvin Phillips hasn't played and started football consistently for probably 2 years. Yeah.
He
So-
didn't even have him. He didn't even play him when he had
Didn't
him.
play him.
No, but he didn't start for 2 years, and then he went West Ham and didn't go well for him there, right? And I was a big Kalvin Phillips fan. I got to say, the Euros I thought it was outrageous, right? But you've had 2 years to work out a replacement, and then two of them come and smack you in the face, Wharton and Kobbie Mainoo, who can play in that role, right? And you've got Jude Bellingham. By the way, I'm putting a petition, Jude Bellingham, drop him back to the 8 or the 6, because the number 10, where he's playing for England in the system, isn't working the balance of this team. But wait.
We're going to go back to that, though, by the way.
Because you're wrong.
But I think that if Gareth Southgate doesn't come out and address that point in this next conference, I'll be like outraged.
What point?
Because
What point? Be precise, please.
about Kalvin Phillips. You can't come out and say that as England manager. And we've gone into a tournament, and for 2 years you haven't found a replacement. Why not? Why not? One of the most important parts of your team when you're building a team to win anything is that central midfield area.
It's worse
and
than
we can't find a replacement for someone who hasn't started a game for 2 years consistently.
It's worse than that.
That's crazy.
Because not only is it, I couldn't find a replacement for Kalvin Phillips. I decided in a competitive tournament, despite having all the friendlies, to start experimenting with Trent in the 6. Mental, but we'll push over that because that's still not the craziest line that came out of him after the game. It was, we've been trying to find a solution for midfield for 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
Not only that, he's like, we ain't got any fit left backs. You picked no fit left backs. Like you picked a squad. You're playing 3 right backs in the same squad. Like
So you're saying to any left back that's English in this country, you are rubbish. Like I'm picking 10 right backs before you to play in left back position. That's what
Trippier's got a wand of a right foot. Let's play him left back so he can't use it.
No, I get it for one. Like Trippier, experience, put him there. We've seen them, how many left backs play, right backs play left back, or left backs play right back with the wrong foot. It's fine. It can be done.
Rio, you're saying you want to see Jude Bellingham drop as an 6/8.
Yeah. The kid,
You were screaming for him to be a 10, to play 2 10s. What's changed your mind?
because they're not playing 2 10s. They're playing Jude as like the 10th in the team on his own. I don't think that works as a structure. The balance of the team's way off. You got him coming short. You got Kane coming short. You got Foden coming into them pockets coming short. All clogged up. Nothing going long. Right. Change it. He wants to play 2 pivots. That's what he's known for. That's his bread and butter, Gareth Southgate. Put Jude as a Rice as the 6 and Jude as a 6/8 with the license to start when you're building, become a double pivot. But as soon as we get good possession, he can go on and fly off as long as he gets back. He's got the energy to do that capacity. But leave the number 10 area for Foden or Palmer to be free and to go and fill the game and go and get the game and grab it as soon. The moment Phil got in that number 10 slot and started dropping deep, we look a different team. He done it twice in the game. That's it. Allow the kid to go and express himself. The best player in the Premier League. Jude Bellingham I think is better when he can see the game, not when he's having to turn on the ball and things up, people coming behind him. Let him see the game, and he's as good as anyone at the moment in sniffing out, getting into the box. Give him that freedom. He's got the energy. He's a young 20-year-old kid with the energy and enthusiasm that you need to play in that position. But when you're starting to build attacks, maybe use him and Declan Rice as your ways out. But I think Pickford's got to do that as well. Pickford's got to play into him. Got to trust the players. The timing, coming
Pickford
deep for the ball.
loves a boot, mate.
Yeah,
oh my!
We're not playing out. We've got John Stones who plays out better than any centre half
the shape
around.
that the England were making? There was a brilliant pattern of 6 coming towards the ball.
Yeah, and he went long.
Going, good douche.
And we're wondering why we can't press.
Hilarious.
We're wondering, but we've got John Stones who's one of the best at playing out in world football, right? Kyle Walker does it in the best team that plays out. Gay is comfortable, played at every level England, can play football, grew up at Chelsea. And you've got Trippier, who's experienced and knows how to play out.
And it's gone into Rice.
You've got but you've got Declan Rice, who plays out as well as anybody. By the way, when he's playing for Arsenal, he does it, right? And he dovetails with Jorginho, sorry. You've got Jude Bellingham, who's at Real Madrid, bruv.
Yeah, Pickford loves it. But do you know who backed him? Joe Hart.
Yeah, but he's got his goalkeepers union. He's going to. And I'd agree with Joe Hart. As a shot stopper, Pickford's unreal, and he's never let England down, by the way.
He hasn't.
But if we're going to become a team that wants to dominate possession and control games, like we've heard Gareth Southgate say, your goalkeeper's got to be competent at passing and playing out.
I don't think he could do it. I think he doesn't because I genuinely don't think he's capable of doing it.
Well, he's not asked to do it at club level, so he's not used to doing it. I don't know if he can't do it. Is he being told to do it?
You have to presume that this is what the manager wants. Because I don't see Gareth Southgate on the sideline pulling his hair out saying, what are you doing? Because if the team in the first 5 minutes isn't doing what you want, you're on the touchline screaming at them, get up,
but he never
press,
does. He never does that anyway. So what are you talking about?
Well, what's he there for then?
I don't know.
Because surely the manager's position, the manager's role is, here's what I want to see, and then making that's what you want to see.
But this goes back to my point, though. This is my point about Pickford, right? You have to pass the ball from the back. You have to play when people are under pressure. The best teams do that. They pass the ball to people that have got man on because they're confident, they're trusting their teammates, right? And we don't do that. How often do we see the ball roll into Declan Rice or to Trent or into these guys? I want to see it be demanded of him, right? Because the problem, and it goes back to my point why I didn't really agree with Kane not pressing himself. Yeah, it looked like he wasn't chasing things and the intensity wasn't there, right? But if you scroll back and go, why? The Pickford starting these attacks is probably the problem because they're not trusting the individuals before Kane to keep the ball. So once he doesn't trust those guys in a deep block to play out, you go long, okay? So he goes long up to Kane.
Hoping.
Wait. Kane's on his own, so he's going to get either bullied out by a defender or he brings it in, but then there's no one up the pitch to be able to catch up and then play with him. So we end up giving the ball back to the opposition, right? Either giving it away or he loses the ball. But if you look at the distance, right, once that ball gets kicked up to Kane, it's probably 30, 40 yards for the next player to get to Kane. So we're never going to be able to have good possession. And then also, with the press, we can't get onto anybody and press the second ball and get onto anything because the team's so deep. It starts with playing and giving the confidence to Pickford and the authority and licence. So that's the question to Southgate should be. Are you asking Pickford to play or are you asking him to go long?
Yeah, ask him, what are we doing? Because you're okay, you pick Trent. Okay, I get it. Trent's got some assets that you might want to use. He has a wonderful long ball and he's got the vision to be able to hit those things. Everybody wants it to feet. Then you take him off and you bring runners on in the game. Like, talk me through these decisions that you're doing because they don't add up. They just don't add up. Conor Gallagher I get because he's a little bit of a grafter, isn't he?
I was going to say, Rio, do you agree, both of you actually, do you agree with the comments put towards Declan Rice about him not being able to play as a lone 6 and that he needs someone? And I don't know if
he played every game until the last maybe 8, 9, 10 games of the season. Other than that, he was playing in the 6. And everyone was raving about him. Everyone was saying, we don't hear about the £100 million price tag, right? I didn't hear no one digging him out about, we can't receive the ball on the half turn and he can't play the ball through.
I absolutely would have done.
No, but he might not be a Busquets. He might not be maybe the way maybe Rodri can play the football through. But don't tell me he can't receive the ball off the back four. Like if that was the case, right, we would have been saying that all last season. No one said that. So why now that England have had a bad couple of games, now Declan Rice is the issue. Declan Rice can't play that position.
Like, Rice isn't the issue.
If I'm in that position, if you're going to play a double pivot, get someone else who can do that. Then, if you're saying that, right? Get maybe a Kobbie Mainoo who can turn on the half turn and beat them out, etc. Jude Bellingham. That's why I'm saying Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. We see him in the game the other day, receive the ball, body feint, shift a few man, play forward. Declan can do that, but the team's got to be set up to do that. He might not look as good and as silky as others, but I think he can do that if the team is set up in the right way to do it.
Yeah, we got 3 players operating in the space of the 10. Kane, Foden and Bellingham are all basically in the same area of the pitch. Because Kane doesn't run in beyond. He likes to come and drop into the half space in between the lines, get on the ball and play make. But then he's getting on the ball and doing that. The only outlet he's got, and he's not even a proper outlet in that sense, is Saka. He's got no one to the left because Foden's on his toes. And Bellingham's in the same area anyway.
Steve, you're mentioning all the players like playing near enough in around the same area. It reminds me a lot of Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes when you played for England. What was that? What did you think when you were seeing all of them clustered together?
Yeah, it was frustrating, I have to say. I think, but you're sitting in there and you're in that bubble and you're thinking like,
This is Sven, innit?
yeah, and you're thinking, wow, we've got a ridiculous amount of talent in those areas, but we're not getting the best out of them. First and foremost, our formation was too rigid.
4-4-2, right, with
4-4-2.
Beckham on the right.
Beckham on the right, and you're thinking like we've got to find a way of getting, if you can, get them all in. We have to change the system. Play a diamond. You know what I mean? Or play free.
Did no one ever say that to Sven?
Yeah, it was said, but like he built his whole career on a 4-4-2.
I'm surprised.
So he's not going to
In
change.
Italy, he managed Lazio, and they were flexible from early. So for him
but
to not see that,
His whole ideal scenario and formation was 4-4-2. So, but he was doing that with England, and like, but not setting out parameters for individuals. Like I was sitting there thinking, right, you got to make Stevie sit. Also, we've got Michael Carrick or Nicky Butt maybe or Owen Hargreaves, who they're specialised sitters who know how to do that. But he's probably thinking, how can I can't leave that Stevie. It's too. The whole country will go nuts, and I don't want to disappoint. He's a super. That's how I think the manager was
but
thinking.
then he
with
ended
no
up playing
disrespect.
Scholes on the left.
I know, but also, I just think that was a madness. But I just look at it and go like, you have to have the balls to drop a big name. You have to have the balls to drop a big name, or you play a system that can get them all in.
Look at Deschamps.
Bad man. I don't agree with him.
But Chouameni and Camavinga, they
Oh
just
my
won
days.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
cool.
were doing it the other day, innit?
Yeah.
He played
Sit
Rabiot.
down.
Played
Yeah.
Rabiot.
Yeah, but
First
he
game
don't
Rabiot
anyway.
and Kante.
First game.
But he don't care. He ain't even. I don't reckon he's
System
even,
first.
He ain't
Yeah.
explaining it to the press. Just sit down, guys. Your time will come.
Remember what he said about Saliba before the tournament?
Yeah, you're not
He's
playing.
Like, oh, yeah, you're not playing.
But what I mean, this guy's he's a serial winner as a player and a manager. His
Are you seeing the
foundation-
parallels
No, but his
between-
foundations are. You can't talk to me, bruv.
Yeah. Yeah, no one
I'm
can
doing
chat
what
to
I'm doing. Look at the amount of finals I've been to and what I've
Yeah,
won. Shut up. Don't even chat to me. But we haven't got a manager that thinks and breathes and walks like that.
Yeah.
That's the difference, I think.
Deschamps.
Who's going to go? I'm talking in my time. Our manager weren't like that.
Yeah.
Sven wasn't a ruthless guy. I love Sven. He's a lovely guy. And good luck to him, all his health issues at the moment as well, right?
Yeah.
And thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. But in terms of the tactical things, I think if we had a manager, and it wasn't all on the manager, players could have performed better us as individuals, but if we had a manager who could actually put us into a right formation that suited our players, we would have had a better chance of winning, I think.
Would you go for a diamond?
Yeah, free or a diamond. You got to get Michael Owen and Rooney in the team up front.
yeah.
So you play a 2, and you play a diamond behind it. Simple as. Ashley Cole can get up, Gary Neville can get up. It's not let's create the width.
And then, a free or a diamond in midfield would
Yeah.
have, with them numbers, because you could have gone Carrick or Butt, Hargreaves, Lampard, Gerrard, and actually you get the best out of Lampard and Gerrard without making them do
Different work.
the donkey work
Yeah.
that they got tracking back.
Scholes behind the 2 centre forwards.
Both of them played in the 3 at Liverpool and Chelsea, so like they never really had to, like Scholes and Butt, they had played in the 2, but the game had passed them a little bit as well. But this is like what, 2006. Yeah,
It was a shame.
Scholes in 2006. Isn't
It was a shame. It was a shame. But again, this
there
is
parallels?
This is reminding me. Yeah, there are parallels. But it's reminding me of what we had, where I can see other players in the team maybe getting frustrated as to why the manager isn't sorting out the balance of the team. I felt like that a little bit when I was with England, especially in tournaments and qualifiers. And I think there's going to be players within this squad now of England that are going, can you not see this? Sort it out. It's down to you to sort this out. Or they'll be going to the manager and saying, listen, boss, have you thought about this? There's a leadership group that I heard about. That leadership group should be sitting around the coffee table like we are now and going, listen, guys, are we really happy with what's going on with the formation? What do we all think? Right, okay, let's go to the manager.
Could you do that at United?
at United. Didn't really need to. We were winning, man. Do you know what I mean?
Fair
It's
enough.
different. You do that type of stuff more when you can see there's problems and there's issues.
Did you do that at QPR?
No, we used to go to the pub.
Yeah.
So we never got to the manager's office. Couldn't walk.
We know what you want him to do. But the question is, what will he do?
Are we even taking bets? It's the same 11 again.
No way.
No way.
No
It's
way.
not. I don't think. First of all, I don't think Trent plays in the middle anymore. I think he gets replaced. I don't know by who though. I think you'll probably go Gallagher. I think.
No way.
You don't think
We're
so?
trying to get control in the games and give Gallagher
I
on. No
think-
chance.
Yeah, but like, what makes you
don't
think he's
know,
going to
what
make the
makes
right
you- yeah.
decision?
No, I'm saying this is what I think. I genuinely believe he has to play. He just have to shift the system.
Yeah, we know what he's got to do. But he's been
But
here 8
that's the
years,
question.
Rio.
What
By
is
the way,
he- what is he
the
gonna do?
highest paid manager in international football.
Needs to show that he needs to earn that now.
40 million
That's
quid
a
he's
fact.
been paid.
You need to earn that.
Rio, getting into international management.
Yeah.
It's a part-time job. You don't even have to be
I
good
could
at
do it. I'm telling you, I could
You
do
don't
it.
even have to be good.
These players, bro, I would win everything. Telling you, I'd win everything. I'm telling you that. The way I'd get these boys playing, man, the
me
freeness,
as your
the
assistant.
freeness. Yeah, man, you're there.
So it's
You're my
top-
cheerleader. You're my
already-
cheerleader.
So was he?
Tactical guru, thank you.
So was he doing left back? He's sticking with Trippier.
He's got no
In
one
your
else. Yeah, unless Shaw's fit miraculously, he's going to stick with Trippier.
But he did say that Shaw could feature in the last group game or the knockout
You
stages.
don't just give him 90 though, do you?
No, I said start. I didn't say 90.
Well,
Yeah,
either way, yeah.
he's-
That's that. If you're starting, you've got to have. You've got.
I think
potential, haven't you?
Gordon's got to come in the team. Give us some pace and outlet. Get Gordon in the team and let him off the shackles, man. Let him stay high. Come back transitions. Like he got the pace and energy to do it. The enthusiasm. The kid is a hard-working kid, man. And he's shown big games for it's not like England, but big games in context for Newcastle. First Champions League game at home, etc. He's the catalyst. He can be that. I'm telling you, he'd come and give us a new energy, man. I'm telling you, he would.
Is he going to do it though?
No. But I don't think he doesn't change. He changes it, but I don't know if he changes it to how we think we should.
He might just change Trent.
Yeah.
But this is what's madness to me is that he can't just look at that and go, oh, actually, if I just change that, like, because that's not necessary. Like Trent's been bad, I think, and he's been run off. But England haven't conceded loads of chances because of that, really.
Is there any other country that, as a player that comes out and has a breakout season like this, right, and doesn't
play?
feature?
That's crazy.
Like that's the thing that I look at and think, wow. Like, look
isn't.
at Spain, a 16-year-old,
They're playing
Yamal. He's
both of
playing.
them.
He's in the team straight away. Get in the
Both young
team.
boys.
They find a way to get these players in the team. Do you know what I mean? Wirtz has come out. He was a big talent before, but he had a bad injury. Comes out this season. He's a mainstay. Starts.
He plays both of them, Musiala, Wirtz.
But like, I just look at it and think like other people
Nagelsmann's
find,
best coach here, though.
but they find ways to get
Yeah.
their best players or their most impactful or players in the team, but in the right positions. Do you know what I mean? By the way, one before we move on, Ralf Rangnick. Have you seen what he's doing with Austria?
Yeah.
Wow.
Told you's Austria, didn't I?
Wow.
gosh.
Wow.
Here we go.
David James did tell us Austria are going to be his and we was ridiculing him. We were
Dark
laughing.
horse.
I caned him and said, "What are you chatting about?" He said, "No, the data's suggesting." I went, "The data?
Pretty sure Steve also said Austria. Thank you.
Did you?
They're not going to win it though. Let's have it right. Don't pat yourself on the back too much. They're not going to win it, but they're playing really good football. You know what the biggest thing for me?
It's not a
Reece
dark
James
horse,
doesn't
doesn't have to
No,
win it.
the
They
biggest
just
thing
have to
for
do
me,
better than people
the
think.
biggest thing for me, is they look like a well-coached team. That's all I'm asking for. A team that looks well-coached and know what they're doing in and out of possession. They attack together. They run off the ball. They're out of possession. They defend. They keep possession of the ball. Just basics, man. Please. Why am I looking at Austria with envy?
It's a low-level Austria team. There's like 3 or 4 genuinely good players, and everyone else is just doing a job. But they're doing the job.
So I want to mention special players in the tournaments. Couple old heads, couple of young boys as well. Let's start with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Who? Oh.
The GOAT. Most goals in the history of the Euros, 14. And he actually passed it. He passed it when I was watching Portugal. I thought he weren't going to pass it, you know. Then I found out that pass, that assist, means that he has the most in the Euros history with 8 assists.
Do you see the
Couldn't
opener
believe
where
it.
it was an OG?
Yeah, and he
Have
went
you seen him
mad.
absolutely losing his mind over not getting
Fuming.
the pass? Is he going to the World Cup, do you reckon?
I don't think there's
to him.
I don't think there's any doubt in his mind that he's going to the World Cup.
It's up to him. I said to Rio,
What's going to be 41?
I think the way
Pepe can do it.
the way his aura is around him and the way he carries himself is like, if he's in a wheelchair, he'll be there. If I'm rolling up in my wheelchair, I dare anyone to say I can't
Can't
go on the
say
pitch.
nothing.
Do you think he just shows up at the World Cup with his wash bag? Just on the off chance?
Mate.
He's not even looked at like Sky Sports Portugal or whatever to see if he got picked.
Steve,
he just shows
it's
up.
his call. And plus, my argument is simple. If Pepe's playing and he can play like that, why can I not perform?
No, I saw
healthier
I
than
saw
him.
Pepe at Porto.
He's
when-
not a weakness in the team.
Who?
Pepe.
Ronaldo.
No, both of them ain't. But I saw Pepe, just talking about players who can play at this age. I think it is outrageous. Because I remember when I was 36, right, and I was creaking. I was on mad tablets, injections, and like limping into games and then being carried out of games almost, right?
How old are you now?
QPR?
I'm 45 now. But
4 years ago, could you have been in the Euros?
What? Are you mad? I would have been in A&E straight out of the warm-up.
Wasn't
Like,
you in a wheelchair on trick-or-treating 4 years ago?
I was in the wheelchair 4 years ago, and I was in a wheelchair only probably 3 weeks ago when I got rolled out of Heathrow. Anyway, right? But
Did you get packed?
no, but my mate over there, he took the pictures out of order and sent it to my missus, and she ain't stopped posting that picture in our family group whenever I get on her nerves. But what I would say is, Pepe, I see him at Porto after the Arsenal game, and I was amazed. He looked so fit, and he was lean, and he come over and we embraced him. And I said, "Bro, how are you still going? 40 years old at the time, or 41, whatever." He went, "I feel really good. I feel fresh. Legs are good." I said, "Bro, what are you eat?" He said, "No, I just eat good and train good." I can't believe. But he goes into the game. The biggest thing about it doesn't matter about the physicality. It's up there.
Yeah.
Ease, anticipation. He's
10
the
out of
way
10.
he looks at the game. His communication skills. He's probably talking loads of people through the game. And I'm sure. Listen, that Martinez will think I don't want to go to war without him. And I think it'll be the same said. And people keep talking about what these guys can and can't do. Cristiano, for instance, I don't press. He don't do this. I keep saying it. He does the hardest thing to do in football, which is put the ball in the back of the net. And he's the best.
I want to focus on some of the young players. Lamine Yamal, we already know. We've been talking about him. Has he got his results yet?
Yeah, I need
Or-
to check. I want to just check the passport. I'm going to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Because,
Yeah.
no.
His decision making is the most frightening thing for me at that age. 16 years old, you can't even make a decision to like whether to pull your bed covers back or put them right over the pillars, let alone make a decision on a football pitch at the Euros in front of millions of people. Mad.
I was thinking, what does he do in his spare time? Then I went on TikTok and I saw
Homework.
him and Nico Williams
Ah,
doing
the
little
dance,
TikToks, and I was just
yeah.
thinking, man, I wish I was that good and
Yeah.
doing TikToks that good as well.
Oh, only one thing I would say: pull up your pants, please.
Yeah.
Pull up your tracksuit bottoms. They're too low. I can see your boxer shorts. I can see what you had last night for dinner. I don't want to see it, bruv. Please. All right.
Well,
anyway.
you didn't sag.
Sag.
You.
My dad would have slapped my head off.
Seriously,
Sag.
not even as a player.
Bro, if I got to my front door, my dad said, "Rio, come. Wait, you going out? Yeah, yeah." If my dad saw my trousers
That low.
underneath my waistline, woof,
Finish.
it'd have been over for me. Like you're not. My dad used to say to me, "You're not one of them rude boys.
Hey.
Fix up."
Yeah. I love that.
Nico Williams.
Bad.
Yeah.
Who buys him? He's got a buyout clause, I think, of the mid-50s. I read somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably not us, even though I'd love to see him at United.
The pace is electric.
Yeah.
The pace is electric. I love him.
Wow.
I think we're the player of the round. Actually,
Wow.
sorry, last person before we go,
Yeah.
who I think needs a major shout out, right? He went to Saudi, and everybody said that's the graveyard. If you go Saudi, you can't come back and you're finished and it's over for you.
Mitrovic.
And he went there, and people think, oh, it's over. It's a place where you go just to have harvest money and blah, blah, and you won't produce anything. The football's so low.
Who else has gone there?
Wait, Kante
Go
has
low.
come back
Go
and
low.
said, don't matter where I am in the world, I will come back and I'll put in stellar performances. He was a joke, right? Both games he's been brilliant. But what I've seen there is a player who looks after himself, is well conditioned, who's a superb professional, and it doesn't matter. He's showing you. Listen, if you go to Saudi, it can't be that bad, by the way. If he's doing that and coming back and putting performances.
Is the level of competition like? Is it at a technical level where it's still competitive, but
Where?
is the physical competitiveness of Saudi
I don't know, 'cause I don't
enough
watch
of
it.
a break that it's actually a beneficial thing after long careers for people? Is it
Look at
gonna-
you trying to play it down,
no,
bro.
no.
To go anywhere and produce a performance like that, and by people saying that's a place where people just go to get money and just relax and to put your feet up, to come back and produce these type of performances, you just got to hold your hands up and say, bro, the
special.
guy is doing a madness.
Real quickly, does he sit on the table with like the top generational midfielders? Because I heard Culture Cam saying
Yeah, I
it,
see
and
that.
I agree
I
with
thought
him.
that was a great take. Shout
Yeah.
out Culture Cam's friend of the channel.
Cam's,
I think
yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. I
winning
think
the league at two clubs, not a lot have done that.
Yeah.
That shows it's you, not
being the best player.
yeah.
World Cup.
Totally key in both
Madness.
of them. Yeah,
He's up there. arguably with one of the most impactful players that of this generation, I think, of players. The impactful, like, when he goes into a team, you see a marked difference when he's there. Like, no, I don't see no one retrieve the ball like this guy.
How was he just cutting about in the lower leagues of France without people being all over?
Wenger was aware of him, right? Wenger
Oh,
was aware
one of
of
these
him.
ones, was it?
Yeah, no, he was aware of him.
I don't reckon he was.
No, he was.
If he was aware of him,
nearly
he takes
signed
him.
Ronaldo.
He's been aware of Zlatan. He's been aware of Ronaldo.
He had Zlatan in the
Brazilian
building in the
Ronaldo.
shirt.
He's been aware of Mbappe. These men never turned up at Arsenal.
Ask him. He's in your hotel.
Yeah, but they never turned up.
Yeah, but I think it's because
We can all say, I was into him.
Listen,
he was on my list.
There's
and he was on my list.
There's a logical reason why he didn't.
They
sign
almost
him.
signed 11 for Arsenal's a joke.
Yeah, well, Cristiano Ronaldo was one of them as well.
Yeah, but they said,
but was he
buy.
though?
They said, get away, Arsenal.
No, I don't think that. I just think we had
waiting for a
players
big
that he
club.
believed in, because when he's got players in those positions, he tends to trust his players.
Okay, so you turned down Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And you turned down
So he
Mbappe,
didn't
and
sign
you turned
those, but he signed
Zlatan.
Francis Dreyfus. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up, honestly.
I think that's
Money
the
where your
showbiz.
mouth is. No, I got one more question for you. Ruud van Nistelrooy been offered a job at Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, big shout. Get him in. Get
Yeah.
him in ASAP.
I saw the comments here. They were like, he can play if he wants.
Yeah, I'd play him as well. I'd bring him in just to
Player
show
coaching.
Hoyland how to play.
No.
Just to coach Hoyland individually. Coach our forward.
Well, we've
like,
lost
forward
Benny
players.
McCarthy, haven't we?
Yeah.
No way.
Have we? Is
Why?
that why? Anyway, bring in.
I think he's going coaching.
No, bring him in. Forget Benny McCarthy. Done a great job. Thanks. If Ruud van Nistelrooy is on the table to come in this club, you bring him in, and just for one purpose. I don't care what else he can do. Show these men how to score. Show these men how to move in the box. Show the wide players what a number 9 wants. And
What was
needs.
Ruud's finishing training like? Individual?
Nasty, disgusting,
Did he just go out and do
outrageous.
solo stuff?
It was illegal. One of the most hardest hitters of a ball I've seen, and pinpoint precision, mad finisher. You should practice match pace. None of this touch, look, see where the goal is, shoot. No, touch, bang, touch, bang. Game pace. He was a joke, man. I love Ruud. I used to argue with him all the time.
I think it would be good to see him there on the touchline as well, though.
He was a nasty
Just
guy
for
as well, you
Premier
know.
League. Yeah,
He
yeah.
made Ronaldo cry almost.
Yeah, we spoke about
was
it
out of order.
on the show a few
Yeah,
years ago.
he's sorry for it, but it was out of order.
Listen, guys, I want to say it's been really, really good to sit down and chat with you and see what Gareth Southgate can improve on.
I'm going today, by the way. You never asked me, but I'm going today, right? I'm going to go and get some traditional German food. I'm going to go and test out some sausages.
Yeah?
That sounds a bit mad, yeah? But it ain't. I'm going to genuinely go and,
Pause.
so I'm going to test out the local cuisine.
Yeah.
And some of them things might be like German sausages and stuff like that.
But there's definitely... look, let's be honest with you. They got different sausages.
Name a German sausage.
I don't know. Schnitzel.
What?
Schnitzel. Did I say it
Bratwurst,
right?
currywurst.
No?
This is the man who's meant to travel everywhere.
Schnitzel.
What is that? Shizzle, for shizzle, man, izzle.
Shizzle.
What
He
is-
used to
what am I
play for
hearing?
Leicester in the 90s.
I don't
What
know.
am I hearing?
Anyway.
Bro, get in the comments and just
So
react to
there's
that
food
alone.
that I want to see you, right?
What else you doing on the
I don't
vlogs?
know. He's going to do basic German. I'm going to get him to do basic German. Bring out your basic dictionary, and I want you to get directions from one place to another. Let's find a place for him to go.
Have you not heard Rio's doing foreign languages? Because you're multilingual, right?
Yeah.
He ain't multilingual. Have you heard what I just heard there? He ain't multilingual.
All right, yeah, it's schnitzel. but-
Bilingual.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Is it just French?
Yeah.
You just do
No,
French?
well, Lingala as well.
Who?
Congolese.
Okay, what? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
That's multilingual.
Give me one. Give me hello. How you doing? Rio? You cool?
Buni. Dengenini.
Rah.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
So that's
Whereas,
my language.
whereas Rio, talking to anybody foreign,
Parlez-vous anglais?
he just
Je m'appelle Rio.
he just
J'habite
neutralises
à
his
London.
voice and talks a bit slower, like this.
But I got the words though. I said some words.
Well, when he's talking to Fabio.
Tonia Ghosh.
Capello.
Portugal, anywhere, just like he just speaks a little bit like
They
this.
say in the comments, they're like, Rio putting in his foreign accent.
I'm doing my Joey Barton, innit?
Oh,
Anyway, let's go, man. I've got things to do.
Guys.
Sausages to see.
Schnitzels. Thank you very much for watching. Joel Bayer, Stephen Howson, Rio Ferdinand. We will be back with more Bible 5. Make sure you stay tuned on the channel. Speak soon, listen soon, see you soon. Peace.